to score in 2 different finals. The match then turned into a defensive arm wrestle, testing the mental strength of both sides. Late in extra time, with the score still tied at 1 apiece, Zidane was in the thick of the action, and with a piece of sheer brilliance that only Zizou can manufacture, he drilled a scorching strike. Italian goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon anticipated the shot to perfection and saved the definite goal with his fingertips. That touch of brilliance was the last the fans would ever see from Zidane, as in the 110th minute, the intense pressure got the better of him. In what can only be described as a mental meltdown, Zidane suddenly stopped, turned and rammed his head into Materazzi's chest, knocking him to the ground. Zidane received a red card. His football career was over. This saw the midfielder miss the match-deciding penalty shootout, which France lost 3-5. All hopes of a fairy tale finish for Zidane had gone up in a puff of smoke. With emotions running high at such a critical moment in Zidane's career, Materazzi had seized the opportunity to press the Frenchman's buttons and throw him off course. His tactics worked. After reviewing video evidence that suggested Materazzi had verbally provoked Zidane, the world-famous British press wasted no time in hiring lip readers to discover what had caused Zidane to lose his cool. English newspaper The Times believed that Materazzi called Zidane the son of a terrorist whore. However, it wasn't until 2 months after the event that some real light was shed on the incident. Materazzi, who has refused to publicly apologise to Zidane, offered his version of events. After grabbing Zidane's jersey, he claimed that Zidane had sarcastically offered it to him. Materazzi responded by telling the Frenchman he'd rather take his sister. Materazzi later stated in an interview that his precise words were, "I prefer the whore that is your sister." Loved around the world and clearly remorseful for his actions, Zidane had a lot of support throughout the whole ordeal. I think Zidane was right to headbutt Materazzi, because he probably said awful words and I would have done the same. I would have hit him on the nose or on the teeth. The teeth are costing a lot of money. Then French President Jacques Chirac, who was also a huge admirer of Zidane, hailed him as a national hero and called him a man of conviction.
Cher Zinedine Zidane, ce que je veux vous dire.
Zinedine Zidane, I want to express all the nation's admiration, fondness and respect as well.
C'est l'admiration.
Despite these very difficult moments of your career. You are a brilliant soccer player, genius of the football. You are a passionate man, a man of conviction. And that is why France admires you and loves you. He later added that although the offence remained unacceptable, he understood that Zidane had been provoked. Zidane quickly apologised for his actions to the children who had been watching the game around the world. However, he refused to apologise to Materazzi himself, claiming he didn't want to show that it was all right to verbally abuse someone. Luckily for Zidane, his apology not only won the hearts of many fans, it also soothed his sponsors, who remained by his side throughout the ordeal. While many fans and commentators saw Zidane's controversial exit from the game as a tragic end to a brilliant career, some gave it a more positive spin. What really amazed me is that France had been so shocked by the Zizou event, and especially that it had been such a drama. We thought that it wasn't that dramatic. On the contrary, it's a rather great exit. So we needed to put the event back in its context. It's not that serious. Unfortunately, FIFA didn't see it from Frank's point of view and were quick to launch an investigation into an event that still leaves some questions unanswered. In response to its inquiry, FIFA issued the following penalties.
Zinedine Zidane has been suspended for 3 matches and fined with 7,500 Swiss francs. However, that's the big important information, the committee has taken note that Zinedine Zidane has ended his international career and has taken note of Zinedine Zidane's gesture to do 3 days of community service within the FIFA humanitarian activities.
Such a gesture was nothing unusual for the former footballer, who despite his on-field altercations had often been touted as the game's perfect role model. Zidane's commitment to giving back has always been exemplary, and now that he has retired, he spends a good deal of his time putting his name to good use by helping those less fortunate than him all over the world. With a brilliant footballing career already in the bag, Zidane can now relax away from the public eye and spend some much-needed time with his family. After 17 years at the top of a game dominated by the bounce of a ball, he no longer has to worry about making it to training on time, catching flights or remaining in peak condition. However, adapting to life after football hasn't been a breeze. For the moment, my life is both simple and complicated at the same time, because until now I had the pretext of playing football, so my life was well managed. Today I have stopped and I want to do something else, and at the same time it's complicated because I'm not organized at all. So obviously I will first have to get organized. But today it's simple. It's about enjoying the moments I didn't have time to enjoy in the past. Things about life, enjoy my family, to get more time off with the kids, to move when I want to try and have some free time when I feel like it. That's it. It is simple, like trying to do things the easiest way possible. Many people might expect the simple life of a retired footballer to involve cruising around the Caribbean, sipping cocktails, or playing never-ending rounds of golf. But Zidane has different ideas. His tough start in life made him determined to give back, and just months after his retirement in 2006, he was on the plane to Thailand to play in a charity match for a children's AIDS charity. Frenzied supporters poured into Chiang Mai's municipal stadium to see the 3-time FIFA World Footballer of the Year take to the field alongside Thai pop stars and national team players. 4 hours before kick-off, football-mad Thailanders lined the streets outside the stadium to catch a glimpse of the former Juventus and Real Madrid midfielder, while thousands more fanned themselves with newspapers and huddled under umbrellas to shelter from the unforgiving